Welcome back to our Global IT Solution Kits Postman channel on lecture 04. Before we started this lecture, I highly encourage you to complete previous lecture related to this course. Let's get started and jump on the topics. So today we'll be learning about, our discussion will be Postman Runner, how to run collection list of endpoints or collections of endpoints in a Postman Runner. How to execute, how to run the collection of postmen or collection of endpoints in a Newman, which is in a CLI mode, command line interface, using the terminal, using the CMD, and how to generate a report, how to generate a Newman HTML, how to generate a report from the execution of API endpoints using CLI command, using terminal or the CMD command prompt from the Windows. From the Newman, there is a HTML look and feel like as an earlier report, as a dashboard, you can see it. Let's get started. Now, as we are working with this list of collection, list of user and the list create user, let's go ahead and see how to execute in a runner as a collection, like both endpoints. It can have like 500 endpoints under the collection. So you can click on the three dots, then run collection. So how many times you want to run it? So 1 time, 10 times, 15 times, 20 times. This is the iteration of running it. Delay. So let's say there is a 2 endpoints at this moment. How much time or how long you want delay one after another, right? So after one endpoint executions, you want to delay 30 seconds. Then you want to execute the second endpoints. That is the in between endpoints execution, that is called a delay. So we're not going to be using any delay, or we'll be using a single iterations. Let's run it. There you go. So the list of user, there is a 8 test cases, and on the post create user there is a 3 test cases. All of them are pass. Also, you can run in a schedule runner. You can run using the Postman CLI. So you can run on the CI/CD mode from the Postman. On the schedule run, you have to buy the license on it, which is it will be running on a Postman cloud, and automatic runs by CLI. This is in a build pipelines. So this is basically all our paid tools. But as we are not licensing the Postman, right, using the regular Postman, which is a free version of it, we'll be running manually from the Postman as a run collection. Let's say 5 iteration, 5 times we want to run. We'll be running the 5 times. See the 5 times running. Complete 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And now we'll be exporting this collection. Export this collection into our desktop. Do not change anything from here. Then export the collection on our desktop or any location you want, right? From that location, this is our I just like export it on the desktop. As you see, we'll be moving inside a folder. This is my folder, and inside the collection folder I'll be moving this one, right? So I move this one inside the collection folder. Now I'll be open up with our terminal or CMD command prompt, whatever you want, right? If you are using the Windows machine, you'll be using the CMD command prompt. If you are using Mac, you'll be open up terminal or iTerm, anything you like. So on that iTerm or terminal or CMD command prompt, you have to navigate to that collection folder. So I am already in that folder. So you see the users, MD Zaman, desktop, ETU, Postman collection. I am inside the location. Now, before running the Newman CLI, you have to install 2 things. One of them report, one of them is a Newman. So let's go ahead and see where you can find that. So pre-requirement, you have to install the Node.js in a machine, Windows or Mac. Then you can install Newman. Newman, in order to installing the Newman, npm install -z Newman, right? You can copy it and you can go back to your cmd command prompt and paste it. npm install -z Newman. Hit enter. Then it will install for you a Newman. There you go, 6 packages are installed. Then we'll be installing the report. So we'll be installing the Newman reporter. That Newman reporter, it's called a HTML extra. Copy that one and go back again. npm install -z Newman -reporter -HTML extra. That report will be generating. Okay, so now we good to go. So we installed 2 things. One of them is npm install -g Newman. Another one is a npm install -g Newman reporter HTML extra, right? Now we'll be executing our endpoints. How do we execute our endpoints? On the terminal, on the cmd command prompt, you have to go to the path, which is the collection path, then type Newman run, then your collection name, that collection you exported, learning restful service.postman collection.json, -r, then HTML extra, that the reporter name. So this is basically reporter name, HTML extra. Then once you hit run, it should be, you are not able to see on the Newman CLI, but you will be able to see inside the collection folder, Newman folder created. Inside the Newman folder, you will be seeing there is a report generated. Now if you double click on that report, you will be able to see this is the report. Newman run dashboard summary, total test 2, list of users. If you clicked on that, you will be able to see the details of it, right? Request, response, 100%, 200 status, how long it takes, then the headers, options, header names, then the body of it, response body, right? Then also if you clicked on the total request again, and the summary of it, this is the summary, entire summary. But if you go back to total summary again, so this is the one of them, right? Expand folder, you can expand the folder, you can collapse the folder. So this is the one, and this is the another one, the second one, which is the create users, right? Now, so skip 0, fail test case 0, total test request 2, summary of it. So total 11 assertion pass, 1 iterations, right? Only 1 iterations we are running it. And you'll be seeing over here as a total 2 request, script 3, test script 4, assertion 11, script test 0. So this is how the way you will be generating a Newman report, and this report can be hosted in a environment. We'll be seeing in a next lecture of it, right? Now let's go back, also see some other examples. Let's say, how do we do other comments, right? In a CLI for the Newman. If you search a Newman, postman Newman CLI, right? If you go to the postman collection on command line with the Newman, if you go to that, you'll be seeing there is a lot of documentations from the Postman Learning Center. Installing Newman command options. So those are the options basically you'll be using it. -e, which is an environment, -d, which is a JSON file, -z, which is a global variables you are downloading as a JSON, right? So those are the command you have to use it during your execution part. Now if you scroll down, you'll be able to see over here is a Newman run, the Postman collection, then -e, environment variable. If you set up the environment variable in Postman in your environment tabs, in that case you have to export it separately as a JSON file, and you have to run your environment.json on the command line, right? Also, you can export the data file. So if you have any data file, then in that case, you have to run your data file with the -d data.json. Newman run my collection.json -d data.json. This is how the way it is working. Also, get some more information from here, from Postman Learning Center, which is the Newman, the one enter section using it's a Newman collections, Newman CLI, right? Uploading file Newman using Newman custom reporters, Newman with Dockers, CI with Postman, integrate with the Travis, integrating with the Jenkins. So we'll be seeing some example in later on in a GitHub actions, how we can generate report and host it in a hosting environment. Until that, thank you so much for watching this lecture. Stay tuned for upcoming lecture for rest of the course.